Yeah, people talk shit about you, but they all do it.
Right.
Like, pool players are notorious drug addicts. They're fucking...
Like, cocaine's probably great for pool.
I've met more... I didn't even know drugs. I didn't really understand drug culture when I started hanging around in pool halls. Because I had gone from being a fighter to being a comedian. So in fighting, there's no drinking, no partying, no nothing. All throughout high school, I was like, very rarely did I imbibe in anything. I was all just about competition. And then I started hanging out with comedians, and the ones that were doing drugs, like, God, their life was falling apart. Like, these people. Yeah. And then I started hanging out in this pool hall, and they were all doing drugs. Everybody was doing something. There was guys doing heroin. There was guys that were crack addicts. Like, one of my best friends was a crack addict.
Have you seen this video where Boozy the rapper is endorsing crack over fentanyl? Have you seen? Dude, it's so...
Well, it's a good point. Crackheads live.
He's like, my crackhead friends I've known for 20 years. He's like, they're around. They can do anything. They have powers. And
well,
then...
you know, crack is just cocaine. It's just another way...
you just cooked.
It's freebasing cocaine. And the scary thing is, even though we know that, it's one of the most racist laws that's ever been enacted, where the difference between the sentencing for someone who gets caught with crack versus someone who gets caught with an equivalent amount of cocaine, it's like a giant disparity.
Wow. Didn't Deion Sanders say this too?
Oh, shit. Oh, I don't know who that is. It's Boozy, B-O-S-I.
No, this is also...
You've ever been on a field with?
Oh.
No, my cousin Junebug. He was a crackhead and a good dude, though. But he was very athletic because he would steal stuff when I came home from college and could never catch him. And he would sell it. And I would have to go get it back at the hood from the drug dealers. He was probably the most athletic, my cousin Junebug. But next to that, I think it was Bo.
His cousin Junebug. Imagine there's some dude out there, Junebug the crackhead, that's more athletic than a guy who's widely regarded as being one of the most athletic humans that's ever lived.
And then the Boozy one is
But Junebug's more athletic than Bo Jackson. What the
Junebug,
fuck?
the Bert Kreischer of the hood.
There was this dude I've talked about him many times, but his name was Water Dog. That was his nickname. Or they would call him Buffalo Bill. And he was this pool player, and he would do heroin. So he would go into the bathroom and shut the door, and he'd be in there for 20 minutes, and everybody knew what he was doing. And then he'd go out, and he'd sit on a bar stool like this, with his hands in front of him like a bird.
T-Rex, yeah.
Yeah, and just like this. And he would sit there for like 20 minutes, and then he would get down, and he had like gerbil eyes. They're like black eyes, and he couldn't miss. He would play pool, he just wouldn't miss. He just couldn't
like he knew
miss.
how much time he needed for it to calibrate, and then
he was so accurate. It was stunning. He had no nerves.
That's wild.
He didn't feel anything. Because pool is gambling. And like the reason why it's called pool, it's pocket billiards is the name of the game. But pool is pooling money together to gamble. So, like, the real pool players, almost all of them gambled.
And takes away inhibition, so you're not...
He had no fear.
Yep.
He had no nerves. He would just fire these balls into the hole. And it's like really tight-pocketed table playing for like $10,000. And I was like, this is nuts.
I wonder what it's like. I've never done heroin. Must be pretty awesome if people are trading their kids for it.
Yeah, I got morphine when I had my knee surgery once. It was like, by the way, if you hear me and I sound funny, ladies and gentlemen, I just got out of the cold plunge. I just got out. So I'm like, so if I sound like I'm on heroin, I'm just cold. I
want to do it.
So what was I saying?
Doing heroin, it takes all your fears away. The inhibitions. Oh, when you did methadone?
Oh, yes. So, no, it was
what was it? Sorry.
I wonder what that's like. I wonder what methadone's like in comparison to...
Isn't methadone basically Adderall? Like... We've done Adderall.
I think it's like a kind of an opiate, but it doesn't get you high. It just makes you stupid.
I don't know.
But
we can go to San Francisco and get some. I think you can just walk in now.
You get it easy. Yeah, you don't even have to have a prescription.
There's a drive-through now.
I had a knee surgery, and when I was in the hospital, they had me on a morphine drip. And apparently, this is in the 90s. I don't know if they still do this, but you could hit a button. And when you hit a button, you would get more morphine. And it was wonderful. Ooh. It was wonderful.
Have we ever done fentanyl, like, at the doctor? Like, if I've gotten a surgery, have I done fentanyl? Or is that propofol?
propofol.
I've
Propofol is the stuff that puts you under. Fentanyl is a prescription drug, though. They give people fentanyl patches. There's prescription. It's just so strong. What is it, like 100 times stronger than heroin or something?
See the boozy
Oh,
talk
God.
Yeah.
It's
pretty funny.
It's so epic.
Play.
People to stop taking fentanyl and go back to crack.
Crack. I'm promoting it. Fentanyl killing all the junkies who been junkies. I'm talking about this killing the junkies who been junkies for forever.
Yes.
Soon as they hit it, they dead.
Right.
Crackhead, this nigga shoot threes, this nigga shoot basketball, this nigga run 100 miles, this nigga get sane, this nigga fix your car motor, been doing this for 20 years. This motherfucker still running around the neighborhood. When have you ever heard crackheads hitting the pipe and dying the first time?
Never.
Never. This fentanyl shit is different. I would much rather crack. I would much rather crack.
He's making logical
I've been seeing
sense.
my crackhead people for 30 years.
True.
This nigga hit fentanyl 2 times. He's gone. You never see him again.
Right.
I promote crack before fentanyl. I'm sorry.
Right. And you know something?
He's right. But by the way, he's saying that, and he looks fabulous.
He says they have power.
Anything,
And
bro.
they're still smoking crack and they're still together.
They can
Year
do
after year.
anything, bro. Crackhead, bro. Whatever was in crack, they gave them a real powers.
Did you ever see the video of the crackhead with the kangaroo?
No, I ain't seen it.
Because you ever seen the video of the crackhead
But
with
he's
the
like
kangaroo?
covered in
No,
diamonds,
this shit-
designer
this shit-
sunglasses on,
Yep.
multicolored Puma.
Crack was not killing people the same way.
He's right. He's 100% right. He's 100% right. Yeah, my friend Johnny, he didn't die from crack. My friend who was a crackhead, he died from heroin. He wound up getting on pills. He died from opiates.
I told you about what happened with I had a raccoon in my yard, and
You've got Guatemalans trying to sneak over the fence. You got. Did you have like the fucking people casing your house? The teams
the
that
Chilean
were
mafia.
the Chilean mafia. That's
So
right.
the only people cleaning up homeless people now in LA are Scientology and the Chilean mafia. And the Chilean mafia basically takes homeless people, gives them a BMX bike, gives them outfits them. And I sent you the video of them casing my house because they were robbing people in Brentwood and Santa Monica and causing all kinds of shit.
Yeah,
and
they're well known. It's like a well known organization.
nobody cares.
Scientology takes them in.
That's what I'm hearing.
That's a smart move.